The relationship I have with Netflix original series You is a bit of a strange one, because as much of a fan I am of the show, I have to remind myself damn near every time I rewatch it that Netflix didn't make the first season of this show. The show was actually canceled after one season of airing on Lifetime. Now, how did Lifetime see this fire ass show and say, I'm washing my hands with it? I have no clue, but the show was originally aired on Lifetime nonetheless. And this revelation kinda sucks, man, because I don't know whether it's an inherent bias that I have towards Netflix or whatever, but you can tell the drop in quality in between the seasons. And this is coming from someone who actually really likes season 2. I believe that Victoria Pedretti's Love Quinn is the quintessential character of this show. And if they decided to end the show on season 2 with Joe and Love together running amok, being serial killers or whatever through Santa Barbara or wherever the shit was, taking place at, I think the show would have ended perfectly. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I knew that Netflix couldn't help themselves, and I knew that they were gonna go head first, deep dive into the more dark comedy elements of this show, but I did not think that they were gonna do a complete 180 like they have. Now, fast forward to season 4, and we're in some Sherlock Holmes-esque murder mystery in Paris. There has been a noticeable decline of interesting side characters in between season 2 and season 4. The best character in the entire series is killed off at the end of season 3, leaving us with just Joe, stripped of everything that made him interesting throughout the first 3 seasons, in an attempt of some redemption arc, which A, doesn't work, and B, is thrown completely out of the window at the end of the 4th season, which is a chore to get through, by the way. Season 4 is undeniably the worst season of the show, mainly due to the fact that we see Joe in some type of redeemed hero role in this season, which is complete bullshit. We had watched this man kill 6 or 7 people through 3 seasons of television, whether, accidental or on purpose. We've seen him stalk multiple women. We've seen him kill the women's best friends, exes. We've seen him kill the women. At least through the first 2 seasons, we knew Joe Goldberg as the serial killer, sociopathic ex-boyfriend who's covering his tracks, to run away to Los Angeles, who has to run away to Paris to cover his tracks from killing all these people. That's what the show was about. So for the 3rd and 4th season to completely abandon that theme and to ask the question, what would happen if Joe was the victim of all this? What if Joe was the one being stalked? What if Joe was the one being accused of killing someone he didn't kill? It has pretty much fried the series, and it took a show with a great premise and turned it into just another Netflix original show. Now, with that being said, I just watched the trailer for season 5, and Netflix, you might be on to something, I'm not gonna lie. It feels like the show is finally getting back into first season, or at least 2nd season form. Joe is back in his bag, as it seems like he has an entire kill list of people who he met throughout the first 4 seasons of this show. And it seems like he's in a race against time, seeing that the events of the last season has turned him into a damn celebrity overnight. See, this is the wacky shit. The wacky shit, that's what I'm talking about. But after watching the 2nd Joker movie, I still have a little bit of doubts when it comes to the 5th season of this show, even though I do think the trailer looks good. Like, what if they arrest him at the beginning of the season and the rest of the season is just psychoanalysis of Joe and comparing him to other serial killers and shit like that? Like, that's the worst case scenario. That's the worst shit. I think the best way this show can go out is a bloody damn mess, if I'm being honest. There's a lot of ways they can go about this last season of television, and them not deciding to just have Joe kill multiple people like he did in the first season to try to restore the feeling of what made the show in the first place would be a massive misstep. And I also have my doubts with whoever this returning character is supposed to be for season 5. Not only are the 3rd and 4th season side characters mildly uninteresting, but there's also a chance that Netflix has read all the internet hate and all the fantasy rewrites and just said, fuck it, we're gonna ex machina love. Oh, she didn't really die in the house fire. She didn't really get killed by Joe in the end of the 3rd season. Now she's back. What's gonna happen? In my opinion, that's the worst way they can go about it. Jenna Ortega returning as Ellie is probably the best bet, seeing that her character never died and that it would probably be 10 times more interesting to see her return and get revenge on Joe for Delilah than like Love's mom or somebody like that. Like, imagine if they teased a returning character, which they have, and it ends up being like Paco or somebody like that. It would be fucking crazy. But listen, I'm super excited for the 5th season of this show. I hope it ends on a good note instead of a sour one, but knowing Netflix, I have my worries. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Micah Clark. I am Milk. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe to the kid, join the family. We're on the road to 3K subscribers. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.